Hi, it's me again. You saw me 5 minutes ago. I'm sorry. We are here for the tech workshop. Who of you attended Maintainer Summit London? So you know what this is about. So we just continued what we started there. I have with me on stage Brandt. Say hi.
Hello.
We also are waiting for Karena because she is supposed to do the next slide. we will get there. So the idea basically of this workshop is that we continue where we left off in London. I know we looked at a lot of the initiatives. We have a lot of initiatives that are pending on the board, where we wait for the TOC, where we wait for the acceptance of those. We also want to do like some brainstorming. There's also the idea to give some clarification on the difference between what is a technical community group, as we all saw. It's I think platform engineering, AI, and what's the third one?
Supply chain security.
Yeah, supply chain security, and what is the idea of a tag? As mentioned, Karena wanted to do this, so we basically skipped this for now, and we jumped right into initiatives. We go back, and Karena can take over this slide.
By the way, there's still more coffee out here. Like it's all gone over there, but coffee's over there. FYI. You didn't have to wait for me.
Yeah, but you're the best to explain this.
Oh.
That's your slide.
Okay. Well, I guess first we could also ask who's interested in a technical community group versus a technical advisory group. All right, thanks. It's not our friends from platform engineering at all. Okay, so one of the things that we did was move some of the things that were working groups out into something called a technical community group. Really think of it more like a meetup. So any technical community group can apply for an initiative within a tag. Okay, and they have, and they're doing amazing work. But the technical community groups also tend to span between technical work for projects and technical work with, say, end users. So we did need to have a construct that was helping to span that. And some of our TOC members are also on the end user tab, so the technical advisory board for end users. And they also attend a lot of the platform engineering technical community group or the AI technical community group. And anybody can also apply for a technical community group. We also have the software supply chain one that hopefully, if you are interested in that, go talk to Marina. Yes, yay. So that's also important work. It doesn't mean that TCGs are less than tags, not at all whatsoever. Everybody has their important place in the cloud native universe. So are there any specific questions? Yes.
What if I have an idea, but I don't know if I need a TCG or a TAG?
And by the way, I love your idea, and I want everybody to hear it in a bit. Your idea, it would be a TAG, the tag. However, if you're wondering, you can post in the TOC Slack channel, and we can redirect you, or the maintainers circle for project maintainers. The projects team monitors that one. So, okay. Any other questions on TCG versus tag? It's not versus, it's and, right? In collaboration with. Okay, awesome. All right, so an initiative. If you're in the Kubernetes community, you probably already know, well, am I assuming a lot? No, okay. So Bob helped us with a lot of this. So Mr. Bobby Tables, you can blame him. So an initiative is a time-bound artifact, construct, something that you work on. One thing that we've tried to do in the TOC is, I know it seems like a lot of overhead this year, but it'll get a lot faster. You do not need to apply for a working group. You do not need to go through elections. You can just create an initiative and get it accepted. After KubeCon, the tags can pre-approve their own initiatives. However, we're asking that the tags limit their current initiatives in progress to 1 tech lead per initiative. So let's say a tag has 6 tech leads. You can drive 6 initiatives because it needs to have an owner. It needs to have somebody helping drive it to completion. And we'll be doing checks. And if this is something that is not making progress, go ahead and archive it. And that doesn't mean that somebody can't come back and pick it back up later. Just means it's not in an active state. Okay, nothing good or bad. It's just, man, we got to get work done. And there's a lot that has just been sitting out there that's just, taking space, right? Mental space, physical space. Brandt agrees. I always lean towards whatever he agrees to. First.
Toxic question. What happens with initiatives which owner went offline and doesn't make progress?
If the owner's offline and it doesn't make progress, then in the tag chairs or tech lead just say, hey, we're going to archive this one for now. We're going to put it in a pending wait state. It won't be listed as active. Wait, Martin's first and then back to you.
Yes, my question was that your question before was kind of a follow-up that maybe are you going to bring in kind of the idea of scale bot so that somebody, let's say, sitting there,
I love that.
there's no progress on it for, I don't know, 60 days or something, that it's initial saying, right, you 30 more days to do something with this, otherwise it's
Yeah.
maybe if someone's got holidays or whatever else, no email.
Yeah, exactly. We would talk to not surprise it on anybody, but yes.
Sorry, I didn't say
Oh, no, you didn't. No. Right now, what we're working on first is the project applications, working on a Stalebot. When coming in, there isn't progress, et cetera, and then moving over to the initiatives. But I'm so glad that you brought that up, because automation is key. There's a lot of emotion when there's people in the process. Going to the automation kind of take some of that emotion out of it. It's just not good or bad, it just is. And then when you have time in your schedule to come back, pick up an initiative, that's when you can do it.
it's like when you deprecate APIs, if you've got enough nodes, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You have to do something.
Yeah, and if you're not paying attention, you're too busy, and yeah, sad we have other lives sometimes work, but you can come back and pick it back up. Sorry, I don't know your name.
I'm Josh. I'm with Open Telemetry. You answered my questions. Basically, like, what do you do? How do you shut these down without people's emotions getting away or
Right.
Being too nice, effectively? Because we have that issue now a lot in Open Telemetry. How much of this might be reusable if we have our own sub-initiatives within our project?
Take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you can, back to taking the emotion out of it, hey, we've copied this from here. These are some best practices that we're taking. And by the way, I forgot to announce it on that stage, but if you're a project that wants to talk to the TOC, we do have a separate room. It's good to see you.
Maybe to add on this, especially on emotions, we all saw, and Karena mentioned this in the keynote, there are resources being moved in the contributor website, which also means that there's a lot of documentation around what to do and how the process is, but it's not yet bundled. So there needs work to be done to get this on one page, so that basically everyone is aware of. And I think when there's like a clear rule set laid out, for example, an initiative is supposed to run for 3 months and not longer, of course you can always say like, hey, there's a delay because we are reliant on XYZ, but there's a foreseeable end, and that's, I think, the important bit, then we could extend this because these are the reasons why, but otherwise it's just following the process, and if following the process is not hurting or should not hurt personal feelings.
It can, it does, but it helps. So here are some accepted, any other questions before Colin?
If we have something that, like, if we're reusing the term initiative, just broadly, an initiative is something that's being worked on, but it's not like capital I formal initiative. And if we're showing on our pages, our readmes, the things that we are working on, and yes, there are some formal initiatives maybe we're applying for, is there a term or something we should use?
Let's take that and follow up on that. That's a great question. Thank you for bringing that one up. Okay. All right. Here's accepted capital I initiatives. Okay. Do either of you want to start talking about it before we go? Want to make sure we have time for the collaboration and.
Timing. We don't.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, the important bit is we have a board in the TOC repository. When you go in the TOC repository, there's a board with all of the initiatives. Please check it. And also what we figured out when we had the preparation for this workshop, tags do not move the status of an initiative. Please check your initiatives and see in which state they are, and also move them if they go from accepted into in progress, so that everyone has an overview, especially also the TOC has an overview that things are actually moving, so that, yeah, it's structured. And also you can see all of the initiatives are there for the different tags. However, we still need to have the labels implemented that you see actually which tag is, or which initiative is for which tag. This is still a to-do. So if I think every tag chair should be able to edit those views. So if you're into it and have some time, we would love to see the label for the tag being displayed in the board.
So remember, for when Stalebot is implemented, Stalebot, yes, if you haven't moved it along in your board, you're at risk whenever that is implemented by Amsterdam.
Yeah, and we wanted to basically also do some practical, so we would like to do some breakouts now, which will be time bound to hopefully 15 minutes. I lost time. 10? We will be time bound to 10 minutes. So we basically have 3 topics. Please find yourselves really quick. I would say right-hand side, left-hand side of the room for you is how to get projects involved in initiatives. For example, operational resilience have a topic with release guidelines, which would need impact from projects. So how we get more projects into our initiatives.
I just want to say quickly, because we were talking about your idea would be great for table 1 because yours crosses boundaries and is a great cross CNCF collaboration. So I'm just hinting, yeah, go over to Abby's table.
The other one is lifecycle of an initiative. Like, that's also what we discussed, is how to spin it up, how to maintain it, and then also basically push it to an end, whatever it is, if it's close down of the initiative or if it's finishing the initiative. And the third topic would be improvements for our initiatives board, because as you have seen, for example, one thing is the missing tag.
And don't feel yourself bound to these. Just please collaborate and we'll talk at the end. Okay.
Start now.
Go.
0-minute warning, or which means we are done. It was short. yes, given the time, we only had like a small time slot. However, at least for us, we took some notes. We took it in our good note stock, which is great. So please write it down. Put it ideally in the Karena. Where to put notes best? So where should we put the result? I would.
We have the tag drive.
Yeah, we could put it in the tag drive, where everyone has access. Yes, and basically we want to follow up on this. So to write and update the documentation of the website, and also there will be an update in the public TOC call about this, which will be the next one in 3 weeks, right? 2 weeks? So please go there. Please continue the discussion also in the various channels to follow up on this.
First Tuesday of every month is public TOC meeting. After KubeCon, we have a 2-week quiet period because everybody needs it, you all included, right? And so after that, we'll put it into the TOC channel when we'll discuss the follow-up for this also. So watch both the Maintainer Summit channel, but the TOC channel. And thank you all for being here and collaborating, loving all the discussions.
Yeah, in group 2, I'll take our notes and put them up in the drive.
I take group 1.
I'll share it out for this group over here. Okay, done.
Thank you. Thanks for all the work. Thanks for being here. Enjoy the rest of the Maintainer Summit.